Hey, what is up guys, and welcome to my channel and for a new build for Stranger of Paradise. Today I have such an amazing build for the Duelist. The break damage from this build is so insane that climbing the early floors of the rifts looks like a joke. It's able to break enemies and even bosses near instantly. I had no troubles climbing up to floor 70 with just this build alone, and with no monster buffs as well. We also got some new abilities on the daggers with the DLC that are really sick to use. I'm not going to try and say the name of the skill, but rather I'm just going to call it the Judgment Cuts. The Duelist in particular is one of the best jobs to use for break builds, as it can synergize very well with some of the new 600% affinities. I'm super happy with how this build turned out, so let's get right into it. So our main job is going to be the Merciless Champion on our Duelist, and the Ninja will remain our secondary with the Shadow Master. We will be using the Ninja to get to max MP very easily with chain cancelling, as well as being able to tank at least 3 attacks from the enemies. Also now, I have made my Ninja to use the Leviathan Blessing. What this blessing does is that it will increase our MP recovery on Soul Shield and Soul Burst. With some of the affinities we are using, we can make some great use out of this blessing, especially at the beginning of the rounds in the rifts, where you may not have a way to regen your MP. We can do this neat trick where if you have maxed out your MP, you can easily proc Lightbringer to get your MP completely filled up. Cause our Lightbringer will proc all our effects that trigger on Soul Shield, we get all our MP back instantly. Since our attacks on our main job are very MP extensive, if for some reason you may not have enough MP, you can easily switch jobs and use the activation of Lightbringer to earn all that MP back. It's a really good blessing to have, especially on a secondary job. Let's go over the affinities completely. The Cyclic Warrior at 600% is important for the Leviathan blessing to work, as well as some of the other ones that we are using. This is what will proc the social effects on using Lightbringer. We also get 600% on our Assassin, so we get bonus agility on Soul Shield, and we also get 600% on our Breaker, so that we get bonus strength on Soul Shield as well. Those 3 are great to have on. Then we get 400% on our Void Knight to lower the cost of our command abilities. And then finally at least 120% on our Summoner to increase our max MP on chain cancelling. On the accessory, keep on the Engi Envy skill, as it can be very useful, especially on the later stages of the rifts. Now let's have a look at our main Duelist. We use the Merciless Champion class, and what this will do is that you can proc your after parry skill after using this ability. The reason we use this is because not only can we easily trigger abilities like the Judgment Cuts, but after the parry skill on this job triggers the effect of reducing the enemy's max break gauge. This is amazing, as now we can use the new powerful ability that is on the 600% on Samurai. That is, whenever a combo ability effect is triggered, effects that trigger on a successful parry are also activated. The parry effect that is most important is on the Samurai itself at 400%. A successful parry will make your next ability a critical hit. This will make our Judgment Cuts be a critical hit every time. Since the skill is scaled off your agility, it does some ridiculous break damage and can break bosses near instantly. Also works amazing with the Summon Blessing Alexander. This blessing will inflict a debuff and reduce the enemy's stats on a successful parry. This is the best blessing that you can use for this build. It's an amazing combo and probably one of the best to easily start you off climbing the floors in the rifts. Then some of the other affinities we can get are 600% Duelist, so we get reduced cost on our combo abilities since we are using daggers. We also get 600% on our Assassin, so we can get bonus break damage from his 400% skill and bonus agility from his 600% skill. We get 250% on our Dark Knight, so we get bonus damage when we are being targeted by enemies and good near-death damage bonuses. Also 250% on our Breaker, so we get bonus strength stats. Then any other affinities they can offer you bonus agility or strength will be good to have. On your gear, it would be good to have increased damage and MP cost on your dagger abilities. Also damage on your weak spot would be good, as it can easily kill some of those smaller enemies. Other special effects you can get are strength, agility, and your base stats that will give you bonus break damage. Things like break damage during Lightbringer, critical break damage, slash break damage, anything would be fine. On the accessory, we get the ability Last Resort, which is basically Dark Knight at 400%, so we can have all our near death effects active all the time. We add bonus strength and agility stats. Then I thought instead of adding in more break damage, it's better to add in damage for bosses that are pretty tough, such as the Pirate and the Warrior Light. Doing up to 80 and 60% bonus damage to any of these bosses is just really good to have on. All other bosses are pretty easy to kill anyway, it's just these 2 that are annoying. For your abilities, feel free to change it up. I love using the Judgment Cuts, but the abilities like the Swordblade Storm and the Evisceration are pretty fun to use as well. they all deal some really great break damage, so choose and play with whatever you like. For your command abilities, we use the Invincible to buff up our critical hit effects, Onslaught to increase our break damage, we use Mighty Strikes just for overall increased damage. Lunatic can also be used if you want some faster attack speeds. Here's a look at the master points for the Duelist. That is all you will need to bring this build together. Those 600% affinities and the Leviathan Blessing is super amazing to use. Being able to not only gain bonus strength and agility, but also having you regenerate all your MP back is pretty amazing. Since the judgment cuts cost 3 bars of MP to use, or just to even activate, even if you just have 2 bars, you can proc your Lightbringer and restore all of your lost MP. And between the boss phases, you can quickly spam out your Lightbringer a few times so you can stack up on your strength and agility. With the blessing being so strong, you can easily get up to 20 stacks within the second boss itself. Your weak spot skill is invincible while you're using it, so you don't need to worry about getting hit while you're using it, as you cannot be damaged at all. Fighting mobs is so easy with this build that nearly every single one of them will die in just one hit from your weak spot. You are able to spam out the Dimension Bringer so much that not a single enemy will be able to get close to you. It's so cheap that you can never hesitate to use it. Hope you guys enjoyed the build. I really enjoyed the Duelist and loved the new ability that it got. It is just super satisfying to use, and the damage it does to bosses is pretty insane. What did you guys think of the Duelist and it being as strong as it is? Let me know. I would love to hear from you all. I will catch you all next time.